They say desire is a current, unseen, but capable of moving mountains, drowning empires, and bending even the proudest will to its knees. Some spirits whisper to it. Sallos commands it. Cloaked in elegance, he doesn't crash through the world. He glides through the veins of it, coiling softly around hearts, twisting intentions like vines around a trellis. His is not the love of romance novels and sacred vows. It is the ancient, ungoverned impulse that precedes civilization itself, the kind that blooms in silence, burns in shadows, and never asks permission. In the great infernal bureaucracy of the Ars Goetia, Sallos is an anomaly. He bears no grotesque face, no need to roar. He arrives dressed as a soldier, handsome, composed, riding a crocodile like it's a ceremonial steed. His ducal crown gleams, not with conquest but with conviction. Both the lesser key of Solomon and Wyer's Pseudomonarchia Daemonum bestow upon him the title of Duke, or Earl, if you're feeling old-fashioned. But whatever his rank, Sallos is not a warmonger. He governs 30 legions of spirits not by terror, but by a charisma that borders on gravitational. To call him a demon of love is accurate, but insufficient. Sallos does not meddle in the fluff of hallmark sentiment or saccharine longing. He orchestrates connection, raw and unfettered. He's not a Cupid figure fluttering through dreams, but a master artisan who molds longing into form. His influence might reforge a broken marriage or ignite a wildfire between strangers, all depending on the magician's intent. Described across grimoires with a surprisingly uniform tone of respect, even admiration. Sallos is set apart by his temperament, measured, deliberate, and curiously devoid of cruelty. His dual planetary alignment, Venus and Mars, says everything: beauty and blood, seduction and force. Sallos governs the crossroads where affection meets obsession, where peace masks strategy. The Dictionnaire Infernal calls him sweet of character, but do not mistake sweetness for softness. Like a masked duelist, he can draw your desires into the open, then reshape them without ever raising his voice. In occult systems like the Aurum Solis, he's linked to the first decan of Libra, a place of equilibrium, but also the volatile first queenance of Aquarius, where idealism becomes action. His domain isn't just about love. It's about what love compels people to do. Sallos does not arrive cloaked in fire and brimstone. He appears instead as a gallant soldier, resplendent in finely wrought armor that bears no scratches. His presence feels ceremonial, as though he were not summoned from hell, but from a higher court, one older than law, where emotion holds dominion. There is grace in how he moves, in how he regards the world. Not cold or indifferent, but deeply aware, like a general who has fought enough battles to understand restraint. He embodies charm without fragility, command without bluster. His elegance doesn't conceal power, it amplifies it. Beneath him, always, the crocodile. A creature too often misunderstood, feared for its jaws, rarely admired for its silence. With Sallos, it moves like an extension of his will. Slow, deliberate, immune to chaos. This beast is not a threat, but a symbol. In ancient lore, the crocodile straddles solar and aquatic realms, primordial rivers and scorching suns. It speaks to hidden depths, old blood, the slow churn of submerged power. When Sallos rides, he rides not above danger, but alongside it, mastering the beast not through domination, but union. Together, they become a visual language, desire carried by instinct, love tempered by control. The ducal crown atop his head does not shimmer with vanity, but with status earned through function. He is a ruler not of lands or gold, but of connection, love as governance, attraction as architecture. The colors associated with him, red and green, evoke a visual contradiction: war and peace, heat and earth. But in Sallos, these aren't opposites. They're currents of the same river, spiraling together into a kind of harmony you feel rather than understand. Many magicians describe his presence not as light or sound, but pressure. Not painful, but impossible to ignore. He does not announce himself. He envelops you. Sallos governs a dominion that no sword can conquer and no logic can contain. The subtle arena of love, desire, and emotional entanglement. But his love is not the gentle sort sung by poets or printed on greeting cards. It's older, more elemental. He presides over the magnetic force that draws two bodies across time zones, across lifetimes. His interventions do not manifest as lightning bolts, but as a slow tightening of the thread between people. A dream shared, a word remembered, a sudden pang of yearning. Whether to mend a rift, awaken a dormant heart, or bind two lives together inextricably, Sallos works through sensation, not spectacle. What makes Sallos particularly beguiling to occultists is the abstract poetry of his work. He doesn't simply grant a request. He sculpts it into something theatrical, often metaphorical, and occasionally mischievous. Ask for a lover's return, and you may find them in a dream before you see them in flesh. Request to be loved, and you might awaken to an obsession you never wanted. Sallos favors those who know how to ask, and punishes vagueness not with cruelty, but with creativity. His results often arrive wrapped in riddle, challenging the summoner to confront what they truly desire. Love, after all, has always been a mirror. His affinity for the daytime, particularly under Libra's early degrees, anchors him to a place of visibility and balance. This is not the love that skulks in shadow, but the kind that flourishes when held up to scrutiny. Libra brings the weighing of hearts, the calibration of connection. Sallos, too, bears duality: fire and water, passion and emotion, war and reconciliation. Those who work with him learn that he offers not answers, but openings. He is a spirit of thresholds, emotional liminality. And once invited, he will cross into your life not like a storm, but like a warm tide rising at noon. To call upon Sallos is to engage with ritual as both art and negotiation. His tastes lean toward elegance, copper or silver tools, dragon's blood and sandalwood rising like slow exhalations from the unseen. The scent of jasmine or crushed aster petals draws his attention more than blood or fire. These are not offerings to appease, but invitations to dialogue. His sigil is usually inscribed on parchment or engraved in metal, encircled by red and green candles, colors that do not clash, but dance. His N, Serena Alora Sallos Aken, is whispered, not shouted, like the unlocking of a sealed door that was always half open. But he is not a spirit to be summoned lightly. Clarity is the price of entry. Enter the circle with guilt, and you may find it multiplied. Speak with hesitation, and he might fill in your silence with chaos. Sallos doesn't punish weakness, he plays with it. He will not strike you down, but he might give you exactly what you asked for, in exactly the way you feared it. Many who've worked with him describe this dynamic as revelatory. He tests your relationship with your own desire. The more specific you are, the more faithfully he delivers. The less you know what you want, the more you invite mischief disguised as meaning. There's also flexibility in how he answers. Those comfortable with ambiguity often find his workings lush with synchronicity, serendipitous meetings, unexpected messages, dreams that seem to walk alongside reality. Others prefer strict outcomes, a name, a signature, a reunion. Sallos is capable of both. He can mend fractured relationships or instigate new passions. He can turn love into a balm or a weapon. Magicians have sent him to disrupt marriages, end toxic affairs, or bind lovers across oceans. He doesn't moralize, he only responds. Think of him not as judge or executioner, but as the hand that tips the first domino. Those who have evoked him often report a physical reaction, subtle but undeniable. It's not pain, but presence, as if the air around you has thickened, charged with something magnetic and unseen. Others describe it as a shift in emotional gravity, a pressure that turns attention inward. This is the essence of Sallos. Not thunder, but a pulse. You don't hear him, you feel him, like a secret you've always known, but only just remembered. To understand Sallos is to confront the paradox of love itself. He is not a bringer of chaos or calamity, but neither is he safe. He moves through the world not as a destroyer, but as an awakener. When you invoke him, you are not simply requesting a change in circumstance. You are inviting a shift in emotional architecture. Desire is not a tool, it is a current, and Sallos is its steward. He can repair or rupture, comfort or unsettle, depending entirely on the truth of your intent. His domain is not romantic fantasy. It is raw, unfiltered connection, a kind that leaves you different than it found you. Sallos reminds us that magic doesn't end at the ritual. It begins there. That emotion is not a side effect of spirit work, it is the medium itself. He belongs to a rare class of spirits who bridge the ecstatic and the strategic, the intimate and the infernal. To work with him is to drop the armor, even if only for a moment, and allow something ancient to sculpt your longing. Not every answer will come wrapped in comfort, but every answer will come from truth, and in that, there is power. If Sallos has stirred something in you, curiosity, wonder, caution, or even recognition, let us know in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the Forbidden Portal, and continue the journey with us as we explore the remaining spirits of the Goetia. Until then, may the light guide you through the shadows of the unknown.